and happy holidays. My name is Jane Criada and this is my persuasive speech on real Christmas trees versus artificial Christmas trees. In this time of year, you have a lot on your hands, but the one thing that stays the same is getting a Christmas tree. So let me help take some of that stress off your shoulders by giving you some information on why you should get a real Christmas tree instead of a fake one. And also to make your decision something you don't have to worry about this Christmas. One less thing off your plate this year. Where I got my information for this speech is real versus fake Christmas trees and which one is better for the environment. Should you get a real Christmas tree or fake Christmas tree, and how do you decide? Our real Christmas tree safety tips and information and the books. Growing Christmas trees in Ponderosa Big Pine in the Southwest. Now, one big factor that sets into play in deciding whether to get a real or fake Christmas tree is the ecosystem, the environment. And I'm here to tell you that it is actually better to get a real Christmas tree because it's helping the environment. And you may be thinking right now, how is cutting down a Christmas tree helping the environment? Well, it shocked me at first too, but when we are cutting down a Christmas tree, we are actually fighting climate change and helping the forest. Going a little more depth into it, when these natural trees are harvested for sale, there are more than 10 million times left standing. 350 to 500 million growing trees are on tree farms throughout the whole US, and only 30 million get harvested for the Christmas season. Buying real trees will help keep farms in business and keep their lands covered in healthy forest habitat to not only help our environment, but to help the wildlife that live there. Another thing of why you should get a real Christmas tree instead of an artificial one is an artificial Christmas trees are actually bad for the environment because of the toxins that are in them and the pesticides. Like I said on the other slide, fake Christmas trees are toxic. They are toxic for us, and the pesticides that are on them are usually sprayed in the spring and summer, so by the time that we get them in the winter, they don't harm us as much. But what they do harm are the workers and the wildlife that live in our environment. But on the plus side, when we get a real Christmas tree, they are actually recyclable. So when you think about it, it's kind of like the circle of life, the circle of plant life, our environment. We are taking a tree, we use the tree. When we're done with the tree, we recycle it and we give back to the earth, making it healthier than it was before. And yes, a fake Christmas tree can last you more years, but by the time you're done with that Christmas tree, where does it go? In the trash. You can't recycle it. Because of the material that it's made of, most artificial Christmas trees are not recyclable and end up in local landfills. Not to mention the new plastic smell that comes off them when we throw them away. One thing that shocked me when putting together this speech was the financial side, because everybody wants to know about the financial side. It involves all of us, right? Well, I always thought that a real Christmas tree that was grown, in the ground by workers working daily to help make it grow would cost more than a fake one that it was built in a factory. Well, I was pleasantly wrong. A fake Christmas tree, like I said, lasts longer, but a real one costs less than a fake one. And in the long run, that helps us. Speaking about things I was surprised of, one thing that was stereotyped was the financial. Another thing that was stereotyped and myth is that a lot is that if you get a real Christmas tree, there are actually a lot of fire hazards of houses burning down and of people not taking care of their trees properly. Well, like I said before, I was happily pleased to know that if a tree is properly displayed in water, it contains moisture, which makes it very difficult to ignite. Of all the real Christmas trees displayed each year, only 0.00093% ignite to make home fires. Now that is way below than I thought. So as we learned here, we learned a lot of information. What we learned is that cutting a Christmas tree to celebrate the end of the year, to celebrate with our families, is actually making us feel good in here, not just because of the joy that we feel during the Christmas season, but also because by doing that, we know that we are doing our part to help the environment. By not buying something that can't be recycled, by not buying something that has toxics and is waste on our earth and a drag on our environment. By also learning that not only does it save us, it makes us feel good in here and by the environment, but also in our wallets, right? It costs less to get a real Christmas tree. Like, it sounds too good to be true. And pleasantly to know, it won't endanger our homes. It won't make the happiest time of year the worst time of year when we lose our homes. Because it is the rate of this happening is actually way down. So there you have it. I hope I helped in taking some of that Christmas stress away and giving you plenty of information and reason why for this holiday and every holiday to come, a real Christmas tree is the way to go. You will be fulfilled not only in emotion, but also not only with family emotion, but also doing your part in the world, knowing you're saving, and knowing your family is safe. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my persuasive speech. My name is Jaden Criado, and thank you once again. Have a good Christmas, and have a happy New Year. Goodbye.